Hey guys, it's Akar, and today we're going to be going over another one of my MagDK videos for the Deadlands chapter. I really like this one a lot better than the last one. I think the last one's good, but I think that we improved it a little bit now, and I think that's a lot better. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you do, please like the video. If you're not, please subscribe to the channel. It's free for you guys, and it helps me out a lot. So guys, let's move on. All right, guys, let's get started. First, let's look at our character sheet. First, we're going to be a Breton on this build. This is going to help our reduce costs on this. I'm really liking Breton. I think that's probably one of my favorite magic classes in the game right now. I think Dark Elf would also be a very good choice for this, but I like Breton on this build so far. So, yeah. We have 46 points into magic and then 18 points into health for our attributes. This is going to give us a nice chunky health pool of 33.1k while also having some nice magic at 30.6k. So I don't think that's bad at all. And then our food that we're going to be using is Bewitched Sugar Skulls. So this is going to give us max health, max stem, and max magic. So it's going to give us a nice, chunky pool of all three stats. Our Mundus is going to be the Apprentice. Going to get that spell damage a little bit up. And then, of course, we're going to be Vamp Stage 3 because it's going to give us a lot of tankiness with our Undeath passive. It is probably the most broken thing in the game right now. I definitely recommend going Vamp Stage 3 on this. It is really going to increase your tankiness, so please, please, please do that. And then as far as our skills go, on our front bar, we're going to be using Flame Lash as our main spammable. This is going to do some nice damage once you have an enemy dotted up. So definitely use this, but don't open fights with this. This is you're going to want to be able to use other abilities first. Shattering Rocks, you can use either morph of this. I'm personally liking Shattering Rocks a lot because you get a nice decent amount of health back when they break CC. So it is really, really, really nice. And it's also going to help your, it's just going to help your sustain overall because you don't have to heal as much once you go offensive. So that's not a bad amount of health, I don't think. And then Degeneration is going to be your source of major sorcery, so getting your spell damage increased by 20% for 24 seconds, and you're going to be putting a nice dot on somebody. I think this skill is used on basically every single magic build in the game. Burning Talons, using Talons as a form of crowd control, then also taloncing somebody, then putting them into Shattering Rocks is a great way to start draining somebody's stamina. So using that is going to be really annoying in a fight, and I absolutely love it. On top of that, you're going to also put a little bit of a dot on somebody, and your teammates can put a synergy on them, so which does some decent damage real quick. So I really like Burning Talons a lot. Draw Essence. I think that this is probably one of the key parts of this build, especially when you're fighting severely outnumbered. Draw Essence, what it does is you suck in air, and it's going to heal you for the initial, oh god, I don't want to say it. It's going to heal you for the initial suck. God damn, I'm sorry I said it, guys. And then on the after 2.5 seconds, you're gonna do flame damage to your enemies all in the nearby vicinity, and it's gonna do more damage the more enemies there are, and it's so much fun. I love hitting corrosive, then going into a stack and then hitting this. It's actually so great, and plus the more people you hit, the less the ability costs. So, guys, if you're fighting a Zerg and you hit a lot of people, it's basically a free ability. It's actually so nice. I love it. And then on my front bar, I've got Leap because you're a Dragonite, and I absolutely love flying through the air, RPing as a dragon. It's the most fun thing in the world. But I don't use this ult as much. It's just kind of a, in emergencies as a quick execute if I see an opportunity. But I do prefer using my back bar ultimate. We'll get to that in a second, though. And then we're on a Dragonite, so obviously we're going to use Cauterize. I really like it. It's a nice heal that you can give yourself, also as well as healing your teammates as well. So also you're going to get major Prophecy on your back bar, so you increase your spell critical. So nice who. And Elusive Mist is going to be a great way to get out of certain situations, being able to kite and then being able to kind of regroup. I really like this ability. Engulfing Flames, you're going to want to probably start almost every single fight while putting this on your enemy. What this does is it's going to put a nice dot on your enemy, but also the important part is affected enemies are going to take more flame damage from you by 10%. So that's going to go with your, honestly, the dot on that. Then stuff like Burning Talons, Flame Lash, even Leap if it calls for it. So you definitely want to open the fights with Engulfing Flames. Coagulating Blood. This is going to be a nice chunky burst heal. Don't spam this. Honestly, if you're low health, like I would say start using Coag if you're below like 60% health. If you're above that, just use Cauterize. It's not going to cost nearly as much, and it's going to help your sustain in the long run. And then Volatile Armor. Every build, basically, in my opinion, needs a source of major resolve, and this is going to be your one. And then on top of that, it's really nice. You're releasing a dot on enemies nearby, and then on top of that, it's a really good defensive ability. And then just having that major resolve is going to increase your physical and spell resistance by 6k. It's beautiful. And then my favorite part of any Dragonite right now is Corrosive Armor. What this does is it's going to limit your incoming damage to 3%, so you're going to be insanely tanky, so nobody can hit you harder than 3% of your, of that, so it's amazing. And then you're also going to be doing poison damage to enemies nearby, so that's nice. But what I love about this is while it's active, this ability and your direct damage abilities ignores physical and spell resistance. So I usually just hit that, then go into a middle of a fight, hit Draw Essence, hit Talons, and then start like hitting Flame Lash on random people, and I'm just hitting like an absolute truck. I've been having a blast on this build. It's been so much fun. And as far as the gear goes, I usually do that before the skills, so sorry for going out of order today. What really makes this build different from my last MagDK video is I'm loving Draugr. I think it's my favorite magic set in the game right now. So what Draugr does is the 2-piece gives you that max magic, then you get offensive penetration, then magic recovery, and then the 5-piece is what is important on this. Dealing direct damage to an enemy places a ghostly curse on your enemy for 6 seconds. Cursed enemies take 610 extra damage from all of your damage abilities, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's got a 3-second cooldown while also being able to just do insane amounts of extra damage to anybody nearby. I absolutely love this. Your abilities are hitting so much harder for no reason. That's why the spell damage is a little low on this build, is because it doesn't need to be high. Between Corrosive and then this, you're already hitting like a truck, so we're going to go into that sustain. It's really nice. On our back bar, we're going to be using Daedric Trickery, so we're going to be having the 1H be powered. It's going to increase your healing. I love it. And then your shield is going to be in the Sturdy tray. That's way that way you can block more. You're a Dragonite, you're always blocking. Then on my back bar, I've always got poisons on as well. My poisons are going to be double dot. Will also be restoring health to you too. Oh, I didn't say earlier. Our Draugr Inferno Staff is going to be in the charge trait. That way we're always applying status effects, and we're also going to be using the shock damage enchant on that. This is honestly, it's really important to use all that in your front bar. This is going to basically keep your Draugr up at all times, having that charge trait on. Our helmet, or our monster set, is going to be Bloodspawn. Our helmet is going to be heavy in the reinforced trait. And then before I go any farther, I'm just going to go over everything. You guys know all my builds do this. Every single piece is going to have the prismatic enchants on it. You guys see it. So we're just going to go over Bloodspawn real quick. Our helmet, heavy Bloodspawn in reinforced. Our shoulder is going to be medium Bloodspawn in Impen. Our chest piece is going to be the Daedric Trickery in heavy in the reinforced. Our waist is light Draugr in Impen. I've got my trainee piece on my hands. It's going to be light in Impen. I've got it on my hands because it's just the easiest way that it fit for me. I already had a golden one now. You can just fit that anywhere. Trainee, you have an extra piece on your body between having a set on your front bar and back bar. So trainee's the best bang for your buck because you just get an extra bit of 1.4k max health on that. So that's why we use that. So we had a free slot anyway, free health right there, boom. Our legs are going to be reinforced Daedric Trickery in heavy. Our feet are going to be Daedric Trickery light in Impen. And then our jewelry. This is where my build is a little different from normal. We got Dragonite in the Swift trait, and then all three of our enchants are going to be reduced magic cost. And on MagDK, that is 100% the move. I used to put Recuff on my MagDK, but I have been converted. Reduced magic is 100% the way to go now, guys. I love it. So then we're going to be using, this is also going to be different. So I'm using Markin on this build, and what Markin does, I have it in the infused trait, so it's going to give me more reduced cost. So what Markin does is you gain 100 weapon and spell damage and 1,157 armor for every set that you're wearing 3 pieces or more of. So that's both my Daedric Trickery and Dragonite. So I'm getting an extra 200 weapon and spell damage and an extra 2,300 armor. So it's just free tankiness. I absolutely love it. In my opinion, on this build, I would run, because I know probably a lot of you guys aren't going to have this yet. It's a new thing that just came out with Deadlands, and not everybody has Deadlands, so I understand that. I think, in my opinion, the only other ring that I would use as a mythic, if you don't have this, would be Death Dealers. I don't find Malakath to be that great anymore. It's not really my favorite. I've been testing other things out between Markin and Death Dealers. I really, really, really suggest, if you have access to them, just biting the bullet, grinding it out, and just getting them. It's going to help for a lot of your PvP builds, not just MagDK. I definitely say that it's worth it. Put in the time and effort. I promise you will love it. You won't regret it, I promise. And then our ring is going to be Dragonite Swift, reduced magic cost. You love to see it. And on to our last and final piece is our champion points. Our 4 blue slottables are going to be Deadly Aim, so increasing your single target attacks, which is going to increase your whip damage and also your dot damage. Master at Arms is going to increase your damage done with direct damage attacks, so that's going to really help your corrosive, because that's what ignores the physical and spell resistance. And then Ironclad is going to reduce your damage taken from direct damage attacks. I love Ironclad. And then Duelist Rebuff is going to reduce your damage taken by single target attacks by 10%. So those pesky Nightblades, ugh, gross, right? And then, as always, just fill in the extra CP slots available as to how much CP you have. Our 4 red slottables are going to be Pain's Refuge, so reducing your damage taken by 2% for every 2 negative effects active on you, up to a maximum of 20%. So if you're in a long fight, you're probably going to get hit a lot. So that's 20% mitigation. You get pretty tanky in a fight. Between Vamp Stage 3, you're really getting some nice tankiness out. I love it. Fortified, just increasing that armor by 1.7k. It's free. You love it. Balanced Vitality, increasing that max health by 1.4k. It's free. You'll love it. And then my favorite champion point, guys, is Celerity. Getting that 10% movement speed. That's why I used 1 infused reduced cost, is because I had this Celerity on, and I'm fast as it is. So getting a little bit of getting that Markin ring with the infused, getting that extra little bit of reduced cost really helps your sustain. And that's just free. It's better than any recovery glyph or recovery thing or anything else that I can really think of on here. And then our green tree, the only important things that matter are Breakfall, Rationer, and Liquid Efficiency. That's really it. I don't really need to say anything else about that. All right, guys, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do like the video, please, it really helps me if you just like the video. It's really no harm, no foul. It helps me a lot. Helps me in the algorithm. And yeah, if you made it this far, oh Lord, what do I say? What is your favorite? Not favorite. What is the last musical artist that you listen to? I'm trying to get new suggestions out here, so give me some new music suggestions, guys. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see this build live in action, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/Zakar. And if you want to, I also have a Twitter that I've been trying to grow more on. I don't really know what I'm doing on Twitter, but hey, I'm trying. It's Zakar PvP on Twitter. So all the links are going to be in the description below. I'm just being a normal person on the internet. Just all my links. So guys, have a great rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you guys are from. And I will see you guys next time. Later.